Hey everyone, Rick here from Hobby Time and welcome. Well, it's finally here, that moment. The T60 Armor is done. I'll give you a quick look. It's everywhere around me on the floor. But yeah, have done the test fitment of it. The gloves are done, the strapping's done, everything's done, the foam is done. All ready for Supernova Melbourne. However, I leave tomorrow and I can't take the armor. So originally I planned it in a certain size case, a 415 litre box that you'd buy from your local hardware store, and I might have made the T60 a little bit big and it doesn't fit, and they won't take anything bigger. That is the max for the airline. Unfortunately, I live on an island, so I can't get it over any other way, and I'm quite devastated the fact that I cannot take the T60 to Supernova in Melbourne just in time for the Fallout TV show. Anyhow, you know, you got to roll with the punches and take the good with the bad. I'll still be able to go. I'll still get some great photos, great videos, and everything like that, and have a blast. Get to meet some people. Yeah, but to those who I was going to catch up with at Supernova, I am sorry. Perhaps next time, maybe in October in PAX, if I haven't built another armor before then. But yeah, like this video is pretty much just going to be the steps that I went through to make the T60. I'll use some shorter clips for those of you that aren't too interested. That way you can see the stages I went through to build my suit. Now, predominantly the printer I used was the Anycubic Cobra 2 Max, which is behind me on the floor. This thing is great for big armor builds and big pieces and things like that, and was really helpful for me on this build. For the smaller, more detailed things, and if I need to punch out a print quickly, I use the Creality K1 Max. Both were great so far. The K1 Max has been a bit more finicky with a few issues and stuff like that, quality issues. The Anycubic is just all day long. It just prints all day, every day, all day, every day, all day, every day. Now, I'll give you a look. Here is the finished suit minus the gloves, as I can't put the suit on with gloves. Yeah, so that was the suit. It weighs about, I would say, about 22 to 25 kilos, maybe. I can't really stand on the scales with it. The boots are too big. I can probably walk a couple of 100 meters in it. Now, obviously it's not the most agile and mobile, but it is 3D printed, so it does weigh a bit. All up, I think it took me about 700 hours worth of print time. Give or take. Like, I had a few failures, I had a few issues with the legs, a few issues with some other stuff where I'd done failures, not measured up correctly, and changed stuff. Now, I used Nico Industries files. I'll leave a link in the description below. This was great. Originally I started out building this file with what was called Lilykill files, and his were super detailed. However, I found for me they didn't print as well. It was hard with supports, it was hard with finishing, and Nico's files were made by cosplayers for cosplayers kind of thing. It really worked for me, so I switched over after that, and yeah, the rest is pretty much history. Yeah, but here's some quick clips of the stages I went to. Obviously, if you've got any questions or want to see any longer videos or anything like that, just let me know. But yeah, let's get to that video. So this is where it all started for me with the test boots. Originally I was only going to do one boot, and well, I got a little bit carried away. Ended up doing both boots, and I found some silver paint that I really liked. Ended up sticking with that. Then I thought, oh well, might as well make the helmet. I do have a lot of helmets in my collection, so I thought it might be really good just to make the helmet I didn't go ahead with the armor. I still had a really cool helmet sitting on the shelf to display painting and everything like that. This is also the helmet I stuffed up, as you can see by that black paint. That was a bit of fun. But yeah, there's the finished helmet on that one, all done and dusted. Here we've got a bit of armor smith work going on, just trying to scale it right for my body. As you can see there, we've got into a bit of printing there. That was the chest bucket. That was the next piece, because it's a real big focal point of this one, and it was a difficult piece because I only had a smaller printer at the time. Decided to build a laser rifle in the meantime. We've got all the printing done here. Now this took about, if you take into account the nuke and the laser rifle, about 400 hours I would say, all up, maybe a little bit more. Backpack painted now. This is the first of the assembly stages. Now this has got the back and the chest. This was to test balance and test weight and everything like that, just to make sure that I could walk around and move and do things like this, because it was quite hefty. Now we had a bit of a break from the armor, and then I made this mini nuke. I made this because I made an error on the back and it was too hard to reprint the whole back. The mini nuke was designed to sit on the back of my armor and hide the flaw in that one, but I was very happy with it anyway, so it was a little bit of fun. We've got our shoulder prints here. Not sure what was going on with Mr. Serious Face, but maybe I thought I looked tough or something. Now, yeah, just testing here for the strength of those shoulder brackets and fitment, sizing and everything like that. Very happy with these ones. Now, some of my favourite pieces here were the shoulders. Very happy with the weathering on these shoulders, how they turned out. Yeah, they started out as two-piece, and what I ended up doing is taking a real high-strength magnet, as they had a post underneath them that would attach straight to the shoulder mount, which made it a hell of a lot easier to transport this, take it on, take it off and everything like that. But yeah, the weathering on this one was good, easy, the lines flowed good, so I was happy with the way it went. It was a pretty annoying print, this one, because of the shape of it, but in the end it turned out okay, I think, and it came together really well. I've got the big back piece all weathered up. Here's a test fitment of everything, all the main components, upper body at least. Here we are on the final stages of the armor. This is the legs. Now I had to rush these because I was trying to make a con. So what I've done is I've used weathering and painting to hide some join and layer lines, as I didn't have time to seam fill them. I also built them wrong, out of scale, and they didn't fit the rest of the armor, left a huge gap. So we made the best out of a bad situation. Quite happy with how they turned out. This is what they look like in the end, and now we have the final fitment. This is my daughter giving me a hand to seeing how long it takes to fit up, were there any issues with rubbing and obviously things like that, so I can fit up some foam and some felt. That way it doesn't destroy itself when you're using it. I've used a lot of the simple buckles and straps that I used for Baymax and things like that, because they're easy to get on and off. Anyhow guys, that is this one done and dusted. I will probably take a bit of a break from the big armor builds after obviously Baymax, then we had Anduin and Rin, we've also had the T60, and I'm 3/4 of the way through a 7'3" Space Marine. I might do some smaller stuff, who knows, who knows. There are a couple of ideas in there. I've got some 3 feet tall Lego minifigures from Nico Industries. I've got a life-size Astro Boy, as he's my childhood hero. I've got an IG-88 life-size droid, a B-1 battle droid, ET, ALF. I've probably got 70 projects that I want to do, but feel free to let me know if you want to see something, print something. I've got piles of filament here ready to go. Obviously the printers are just sitting there idle at the moment, so I might as well keep them going. Room is obviously a thing for me. I don't have much space, so I may have to pack up the T60 once it's all done. I can't pack up this guy. He's what started it all for me. But anyhow, thanks guys, and once again, sorry I won't see some of you at Supernova in Melbourne, in costume at least. But we will catch you on the next video, and yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe if you've enjoyed this build series, and we'll see you again soon.